Hey guys, and welcome to WordsAtScale. So finally the browser plugin is here, and unless you see this new interface here, there is very little point in going to settings and trying to turn on the new feature. But if you see these new two icons here, you can go to settings, beta features, and web browsing. Some lucky ones have also the plugins enabled here that allows them to go to the plugin store. I don't have that just yet. So I'm stuck with the web browser feature, which works only for GPT-4. So you have to go to GPT-4, browse in beta, and from now on you can browse the internet. For now, it's hit or miss. It's very clunky, and you get a lot of error messages, both network or inability for ChatGPT to browse certain websites. But I was able to find two cool use cases that I want to share. I'm currently maxed out on my messages, so I will show you in the history. I think going forward, one of the best use cases is the AutoGPT style when you have a sequence of commands. So the first command was to go to trickmenote.ai and note the blog post titles, search YouTube generative AI videos May 15, and based on both, suggest 10 new blog post features. And it took a while, but you can see exactly the process that GPT-4 went through. It clicked on my website, then it visited YouTube, and it came up with 10 new blog post ideas. Oh, these are not mind-blowing, but these are some very solid blog post titles like utilizing ChatGPT in Stable Diffusion, incorporating GPT-3 and AI voices, practical applications of generative AI in education. So these are all very relevant topics. The only thing is that, given that my website is about reviews, AI detection, and SEO, I don't see any of that in these suggestions here, but maybe this prompt can be fine-tuned. And so this prompt will be in my ChatGPT prompt library for you to grab. And one of the tips that I can give you, first off, look closely at how GPT-4 interprets your inputs. So initially, when I first tried this command, I just said go on YouTube. And it was a success, but during one of the iterations or generations, ChatGPT said search site youtube.com, and now I'm using the same style command here. So look at how GPT-4 web browsing interprets your inputs, and then try to update your prompts accordingly. So this is the first use case. You give ChatGPT your website. Then you ask it to browse online and fetch topics. And then, based on the two, it gives you basically a list of actionable topics to write about. So the other use case is that you can... So the second prompt, it didn't work as intended. So my intention was to ask ChatGPT to go to one of my former sites and based on its content suggest 20 topics that can be in addition to what is on the website already, but this turns into an audit. So this works better if this is not your website, but your competitors. And basically what this prompt does is audits the content of the website, condenses it, and then suggests 20 topics based on the content of the website. So you can see that it went through iterations, it clicked on the website, it read its content, and then it suggested 20 topics, very broad ones, but still. Dog nutrition, vegetables, spices, fish, meats, nuts, grains, toy engagement for dogs, guide on dog treats, behavior, breeding, costume ideas, temperature, grooming, health issues, and training. And I've played around with this prompt a few times. This gives you more of a structure of a website as opposed to concrete topics. So if I were to start a website in a pet care niche, this would be actually a very good list of categories, not the topics. And before we wrap this video up, what is now Browse plugin? Used to be Bing. So supposedly Bing is GPT-4 with a browse feature. So I decided to run these two prompts on Bing to show you what happens. So the first prompt is go to trickmenote, search site YouTube, and based on both suggest 10 new topics. Let's see what happens. And actually, oh my god. So this actually, I'm not sure if it has, hang on, trick me not, YouTube. So this worked even better with Bing. So these topic ideas are much closer to what my website is about. So how to use ChatGPT for your coaching business, how to write original content with undetectable.ai, and this is rubbish since undetectable.ai is not a writing tool, but still. ChatGPT versus GPT-4, the ethical dilemmas, best AI content writer tools for 2023, how to use agility writer best AI detection. So these are all very good ideas, and they are much closer to my website. And as you can see, some of the sources listed here are YouTube. So number 4 is YouTube, this is YouTube, and this is YouTube. Interesting. So now let's try prompt number 2, which is browse Safe4Doc and suggest a list of 20 topics. And again, I might be subjective, and I don't love Bing. Like, I use Bing a lot, but I'm not in love with Bing. But I still think this is a much better result than what GPT-4 on steroids did. So guys, for now, if you don't have access to this new browsing feature, don't fret. And I do realize that this is still work in progress for OpenAI. But it just looks like with the 2 prompts that I gave it, Bing gave me a much better response than GPT-4. And I do understand that GPT-4 is going to have plugins and it's going to be much smoother ride going forward. But as of now, again, Bing prevails. Okay, so hopefully this video was helpful. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time.